Welcome back to 180 with Tay. We have a new guest feature. Stunning, right? So I have a few things I want to talk about. It has been nearly 3 months and I have no excuses other than I work my ass off. And that is actually a beautiful thing because I'm determined and dedicated and resilient, and there's so many other adjectives that could describe the way that I live my life day to day. Okay, but what I want you to understand is that I have an incredible amount of support around me and like people that inspire me on a daily basis. And if that's not something that you have or look for in humans, I highly suggest you start taking that route because yes, we can motivate ourselves and we can strive to be our best and we can think about it and we can focus on it and we can wake up in the morning and have these ideas of all of these things we want to accomplish and hold ourselves accountable. But you know what helps a lot? Having other people that hold you accountable. And fuck, if it is not a little more difficult when somebody is saying, hey, you need to get down to it. That's what you need to do. You got to get down to it. It is your life and there is nobody else in control other than you. And what have we talked about so many times on this podcast? Focus on the things you can control. Forget about the things you can't, right? And if it was only that simple. And that's why I'm here today. 3 months in to 2023. I haven't made an episode since December. No, I don't feel like that I slacked. No, I don't feel like I lacked. I have been working my ass off. And I'm pretty sure that when we start to find our calling or we decide that this is what we want and this is what we want to work towards, that if we don't stop and there's something stopping us from doing those other things that are in our lives that hold a lot of importance, it's really okay to take a little bit of a pause. Because as long as you're focusing on something that is going to catapult your future, which if we're not all trying to build empires for ourselves, then what the hell else are we doing? I think it's really important that, if your mental needs some rest from maybe hobbies or extracurriculars or whatever it may be, that if you're focusing on something that is going to bring your empire structure, that it's okay to focus on that and maybe take a pause on some other things. So here we are, 3 months into 2023. It's been a few months since 180 with Tay commenced, but here we are. And I have a few things I want to talk about. The first and the most important that is holding the most prominence for me, and that, if there's something that you're focused on and there's something that you really love and you are putting all of your fucking might into it, the best way to be successful in that space is to be yourself. It sounds so crazy and so easy and so simple, but if we could just learn to be authentic, be ourselves, be who we were meant to be in this universe. This is who we are, and we are providing that energy to something else, a company, a business, a entrepreneur endeavor that you may be taking. Whatever it is, as long as you are putting your authentic self into it, I don't want to say 120%, but I want to say like 95 to 105%, you are going to be successful by being your authentic self. Whatever your version of success is, whatever you wake up every day and think about, what you strive for every day, what you wake up and work your ass off every day for, those things, gosh, I love ya. If you, whatever you wake up and you strive for, again, and you do it authentically as yourself, you will strive towards those milestones faster than you ever could have imagined, like rather than being somebody that you're not. You would think that it would just be that simple, like just, whatever success looks like and feels like for you. The easiest way for us to get there that I found so far is just by being yourself. And you can integrate who you are as a human and the things that you stand for, your morals, your beliefs, your just attitude in general. You can integrate that into any job that there is. Any job. You can be successful for being authentically you. And to be honest, like for a long time, I didn't understand that part. I was in a lot of my jobs, I did, but there were so many situations where I was learning so much that I was like, I have to just be this businesswoman, right? I have to focus on just knowing the business and being a part of that business. But once you sprinkle a little bit of who you are into that business and you combine those, you are going to see the successes just climb and climb. And like you also, this comes full back circle to everything that 180 with Tay stands for, is you have to know who you are. Finding yourself is not that easy. You guys, anybody that's listening or has listened knows that for the past year, I was trying to figure out who I was just to be able to survive and be happy in the skin that I'm in. And I know that so many other people have to experience that. We do everything day by day, but then we're still stuck in our heads and we're still who we are at the end of the day, right? And, what do I love? And what do I stand for? Those are questions I had to ask myself to fully find myself and move forward in this space that we call life. I had to understand who I was before I was able to be successful in the space that I was in. And once you put those two together, you find out who you are. You find out what you want to do. And that changes constantly. The only constant thing is change. I'll say it over and over and over again. But once you find out, once you get pretty close, once you get a little bit of an understanding for who you are, and then you integrate it with what you are trying to be successful in, whether that be a hobby, a career, a thought, a process, whatever it is, once you combine those two, I just think that the universe will lay it all out for you. Not to sound so woo-woo, as they call it, but once you combine the two things that you are working towards and the person that you are, that the universe will make the path more clear and more easy to follow for you to get to the success that you envision for yourself. I know it's been 3 months and I know I have had so many things on my mind. I have written down so many notes. I have been trying to learn how to be the best me at work, how to be the best me in general, how to balance work, life, friends, fun, seriousness, how to just balance it all, how to be me all at the same time, and just also like worry about like life standards and all of these things that we have to worry about day by day, and we don't even just focus on like what makes us happy and what makes us us and how to just encompass that as a whole, as a human. And I just think that there's so many things that we can do to benefit and catapult our lives, that the biggest thing I wanted to come on here and say after 3 months of being gone is be who you are. In every endeavor that you're gonna do, any friendship that you form, any relationship, network, any new friends, any new business partners, anything in general, if you just be who you are in an authentic, compassionate, morally correct, because I know that we sometimes stand for things that we all have different beliefs, and that's really okay. But as long as we stand for the things that we believe in and we communicate in a way that we know that we are being our authentic and transparent selves, that Maybe the universe like wants us to succeed, and maybe the universe wants us to be our best self, and better things will be guided to us in that path of resilience. There's so many things that we need to focus on as humans every single day, and being authentic and being who you are and bringing that to the table, because who you are is like nobody else. There's not a single person that has been through everything that you have and seen everything you have. There is not a single other person just like you. And if that is not the most magical thing in this world, I don't know what is. The universe exists, space exists, humanity exists, and we're just here existing, trying to be our best selves. And you're gonna walk around and act like you aren't the most original version of yourself. I'm flabbergasted. You should start doing that. Start being the best you. Be authentic. Be who you are to guide the most success in this world into your life. It sounds that easy. It always sounds that easy. I know that I like to believe it is that easy. And I know it's so easy to convince ourselves that, you know, we try to manifest and we put all these positive affirmations into the world and we set these intentions and we do all of the things to be successful, and then sometimes it just doesn't work out. That is part of life. But if you do it authentically, if you be you, I want to come back and say it again, that this episode 41, the first episode of 2023 of 180 with Tay, the biggest takeaway here is going to be authentic, be successful, for be authentically you, for being authentically you. Just be everything that you could ever be. Provide a piece of yourself to this world. Provide who you can be to the universe. Let the universe see who you are. Let the world see you. Yeah, that's what I'm here to say. And I think that a lot of 2023 is going to be a lot of reflecting, a lot of building off of everything that 2022 had to provide. The world is a weird place and there's so much to learn. And I think that my biggest learning obstacle in 2023 has just been integrating who I am into my business. I know that I have what it takes to be successful and to be the best me, to build this empire that I can see. And I know we all have a vision for ourselves. I think the easiest way to get there is to be yourself.